Hold
All
on.
right.
Should be live. Let me see.
Yeah, I can see that it's live.
Yeah, it's live. It's live.
Well,
Okay, so let's start. Then this one will be recorded for the future.
okay.
Will be a memory, our
Yeah,
coronavirus memory.
that's good. That's good.
So, ni hao, my friend. We were joking
Uh,
like 5 minutes ago that he knows way more Italian words than I learned Chinese words.
don't
So,
make me say those online. Don't make me say those
uh,
when we have a live
yeah,
show.
the word I know in Chinese.
No, you don't say it either, okay? Because I know there are Chinese people listening to, watching
Okay,
this show right now.
no, I'm joking. I'm just saying. Okay, let me briefly introduce you to all not common friends. Oh, by the way, Massimo said ciao to Jeff because he's working today. I don't know what kind of work he's doing because in Italy it's April 25th. It's like our Independence Day, so it's a
Uh-huh.
big holiday here. But yeah, anyway,
He's probably working with his girlfriend and his daughter.
yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
So Jeff lives in Taipei,
Hi guys.
in the island of Taiwan. That's basically the biggest island of the Republic of China.
Don't go there. Don't even start, man.
No, don't do politics here.
uh,
You lived many years in the United States, right, for
yeah,
college.
yeah. About 11 years, I spent my time in the U.S. for college, graduate school, and I worked a few years before I moved back to Taiwan.
Got it. And I met you 5 years ago during my first experience in the CPBL Winter League, in the Asian Winter League Professional League,
Yes, that was in
uh,
December
2015.
2015. Yeah,
Yeah,
2015. Yeah,
2015. Yeah, because you just had Anson by the time, right?
yeah.
Or
My son was just born for about a month when
when you left
when
the
I worked
family,
when I left my family and worked with you
when you
for
disappear. Yeah,
yeah,
and he has been my interpreter for almost three
almost three
winter league,
consecutive years.
almost
Yeah,
three. Well, we're gonna talk about that later on.
and later.
just,
Yeah.
just something, and he's of course he saved my life because after 3 years I still speak like three or four Chinese words, and you get to Taiwan and every board, every sign is in Chinese. Uh, Most of the people, especially in Taichung where we were staying, couldn't speak English. So without you, probably I wouldn't have survived for that long
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Taiwan.
yeah. Now,
So
glad that I could help. I'm glad that I could help.
here, yeah, I see. I spelled your name perfectly, Jeff Huang.
Yeah.
He presented to me like a Jeff Huang, and I see his face. I said, "This is not a Jeff." And so
Hey, well,
I learned. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
no. It's common for people like us because we spend that many years in the States, so it's no, it's common for us to have a westernized name, like that.
Yeah, but you explained me that most of the kids, when they are young, they have to pick like a Western name at some
Oh, right,
point.
right. Because like during their English classes in school, the teacher usually encourage every kid to pick up an English name, so it's easier, because like you're in an English and they're trying to make it a more English environment. So it's you'll be I don't know, they may think that it'd be a little awkward or maybe a little easier to call everybody with the English name, you know.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, by Kevin Reynolds, big boss of USSA office. I'll talk to you soon, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Well, Jeff, and why you picked the name Jeffrey?
Well, I can't remember exactly why, but probably because it's
You were
easier to
forced.
remember.
You were
What?
forced to do it, or
No,
you were
I
forced
wasn't.
by somebody?
I wasn't forced to do it. I just picked it. I didn't know why.
Okay. Yeah, his real name sounds like Chin Chun Chan or something like that. I still
Hey,
don't remember your name.
me? Oh, my
Yeah,
my birth name, my Chinese name is Yuan Yan. Yuan
and
Yan.
your Wen Yan is
Yeah, Yuan
your
Yan.
last name. How about your name? Your Chinese name, not Jeff.
Yeah.
We lost him.
Hello?
See, you back, you back. I
Okay,
lost you
cool.
for a while. Your real name, the one
Uh,
you replaced with Jeff.
I didn't replace that. Just people like me, from my family will call me will call me Yuan Yan, which is my Chinese name, my Mandarin
Okay,
name. Yeah, but people, most of my friends, they know me as Jeff.
that's
Yeah.
Jeff. All right. Um, First, can you explain how you got involved in the professional baseball back in the days when we first met?
So I was looking for a job back then. Well, because I got laid off by my previous work, by my previous job. They didn't have money to continue the company, and it was it was a biotech company, and my background is in biochemistry, so it was easier for me to just stay in the industry. But then during that time, I was still looking for a job, and I happened to know James Young, who worked at CPBL as I think he was the international head or just one of the staff there. And they were looking for a English interpreter who also knows baseball. And I happen to know his wife because we used to work for, like, she was a volunteer for an event that me and my friend organized 2 years prior. So that's how we got to meet each other. And he said, "Hey, we need somebody who knows English and who also knows baseball," because uh, the problems they usually ran into was that they will find somebody who knows the English language but doesn't know that much about baseball,
Yeah,
and that's how I got
basically,
there.
you know much better the language than the sport, but it's okay.
Vafana
You can
play.
you can say the Italian word now to me.
Yeah, I just did. Vafana play.
Okay, I think we had a lot of funny moments during my time in with you in Taiwan.
Yeah, thanks
Oh,
to
I
you,
mean,
man.
yeah, I've also been to your. I remember one day when me and Massimo we went to your house
Right. You
in
guys came to my
in
house for.
Taipei. We were able to cook something that was close to Italian food
It's okay
because
to me it's Italian, and it's
yeah,
a little
'cause
too cheesy, to be honest.
we couldn't find the proper items that we needed to cook, but
Hmm.
it was okay, right?
Oh yeah, it was good. It
I
was
think you
good.
finished everything. You finished everything.
I finished everything out of politeness. I was.
Okay. But
Yeah.
the best story for me, and I think you can say that it was not really funny probably for you, but for the rest of the world it was. So Jeff has been one of the most popular person in the professional baseball in Taiwan 5 years ago for
No, I
something
wasn't. I
that
wasn't.
happened during the game.
You
So
have to. Why did you have to bring that up?
because it's
Like
funny, come on, man.
I had my 15 minutes of fame, and that was it. I didn't want to mention it again. Since you brought since you
Yeah,
brought
but
it up.
hey, yeah, listen, you can explain with that story how how you can connect with the people that you work with, right? Well,
Well,
actually,
yeah.
you didn't work for us. We are working for the league, but it was a nice
Yeah,
one.
that was oh, it's I believe it was a good story, but it was a mistake on my part because well, first of all, so guys, I got thrown out in a game as an interpreter because I yelled at the home plate umpire for the team. All right. It was The game was alright till I think till the fourth inning when Jibo took loss out
So
of it, right?
Randy, just say mio fratello, my brother. Say hello.
What's up, Rennie? What's up, Rennie? Yeah.
Say yeah.
So
Go ahead. Go ahead.
so yeah. The game was all right till after the fourth inning when Jibo took loss out of the game, I think, right? And and Team Europe just went south from there. You know, it was a tight game, 1-0, or was it a tie game? I can't remember. But then the opposing team, after we took out the our starting pitcher, they just started bombing us, you know, with all the hits, uh, two
Yeah.
base, three bases, home runs or whatnot. And I think our relievers and our coaching staff got a little frustrated. And I got a little frustrated because, you know, like staying in the dugout, it's you have all the negative, you know, atmosphere inside. And my mistake was that I forgot that I actually worked for the league. I was hired by the league to translate, interpret for the team, to take care of the team. Not, I wasn't hired by the team. Right. So like for no reason, I yelled at the umpire, home plate umpire, for a bad call. I thought it was a bad call. Yeah, but I was stupid. And
The funny thing is that
I yelled it out. I yelled it out in Chinese, so I got thrown out. Yeah.
that was the bad point because after 5 years I can tell you and I can tell everybody that all our bench was yelling at the umpire. So maybe somebody in English, I probably was yelling at him in Italian, some Spanish guy and so everybody but screaming, yelling bad, and you probably just like not very loud. You said something, but in Chinese, so you recognized.
Yeah, he heard that because there was no audience in the stands, so it was really, I don't know, it was really quiet that game. I have to say,
Oh my
in
God.
the stands. But yeah, I mean that was my mistake. I shouldn't have done that, but you know I came to good terms with the umpire, the guy that I yelled at. You know, so for the next 2 years, when I was at when I was at Winter League, I say hi to him, and we shake hands. You know, so
Yeah, I
I
got you.
I think we're cool. Yeah.
Rani said World Guinness record. Congrats, Jeff.
Conio.
Coño. Yeah, but that's proof that we that was our first winter league, and we just met each other like maybe probably 2-3 weeks before that. And but you were really part of the team, even if you were under contract with the league. We were living together like 24 hours a day, every day. So that's what happened when you create a good connection with the people. Basically, even if you were there to translate for us, you were part of the team.
Yeah, well, I try to make sure that the players and the coaches are comfortable because traveling that far to a different country and having the need to stay that long, it takes a lot of adaptation. Getting used to the environment. And I try to do my job. Try to do a good job to make sure that you guys are acclimated to the environment, so you guys can get into game mode and get game ready and perform well. Because to be honest, well, I like to see you guys perform well on the field, and I believe the league does the same too. So so as soon as you guys can get into that mode, that attack mode, that game mode, you'll be better for not just for yourself, but for the league and for the fans too, and for baseball. Yeah.
And okay, let's talk about the situation right now. Well, here in Italy, we're still locked until May 4th. So basically, we have another 8 days. Something we start to reopen this Monday. But from May 4th, we will be allowed probably to go out using the mask, but still not able to leave the region. So actually, we can stay within our county, but if we want to go to another county in my province, I need like a certificate that prove the why I have to go. But I cannot leave my region. I live in Emilia-Romagna. If I want to go to Milan, that's another region, I'm not allowed.
Okay.
Actually, probably only for for work.
Okay.
But hey, Filippo Crepaldi say ciao, Jeff.
I know. How's your head?
How's your head?
How's your head?
That's another moment that saved my life, because people was hit hard in the head. Better don't talk about that. But he had to stay in the hospital for
quite a few days, right?
Days, yeah. And most of the people at the hospital couldn't speak the language. You had to go every day there and take care of him. Yeah. So with the family on the other side of the world was tough, but we made it. No, talking about also the situation there, because I know Taiwan was react pretty quick after what happened in Wuhan. So you guys are quite safe there, right?
Yeah, we are probably, Taiwan is probably by now the safest place in the developed world. I wouldn't say the whole world, but most of the countries you see on the news right now, it's either lockdowns or a lot of things stopped, right? But right here, we still have people are still living their everyday life like it's normal. But you do see, like, if you go to you go out to the street, you do see a lot fewer people on the MRT, on the train, or fewer people taking the buses, more people riding the scooters, and also restaurants. You don't see that many people in the restaurants now, and even some restaurants are taking precaution measures. They wouldn't set up that many tables in the restaurants. I personally, I don't know. I just saw that on the news because I don't eat out a lot. I cook at home because I have 2 kids. So we try to minimize the chances of going out into the crowd. But yeah, I think our government has done a pretty good job in terms of keeping everybody safe. And also we have enough supply of masks, because in January, at the end of January, when the thing started breaking out in China, and because we're so close to China, we're only 80 some miles from China. So our government just they banned all the mask exports, and there were only the production capacity at the end of February was about 8 million masks, or maybe 5 million. I can't remember the figure. Probably 5 million masks or less than that per day. Wow. And now they upped it to 15 million masks per day. That's right now. Yeah. So they have 60 lines they have 60 production lines since, and I think they're building a little bit more, and that's why we have the capacity to serve our people with enough masks. So there's also mask rationing. You can't buy a bulk. Each person is only allowed to buy just a few masks every 2 weeks, and yeah.
Listen, here the mask thing is weird, because I was talking with a friend yesterday. She told me that she bought like a box of masks maybe 2 months ago before leaving for the States, and he paid that box like 4.5 euro.
Okay.
The same box yesterday was the price was 75 euro.
Oh, wow.
That's insane. Okay. We can't find masks. We don't have masks. By the way, Rudy, hello, man. Chris Young from California, he said, nice head, Jeff, because he works for the Angels. and he's a big fan of the
Okay.
Angels.
Okay.
And the Italian
I have two of
captain,
those. Two of those.
Alessandro Vaglio, asked if do some teams need a second baseman in Taiwan? It's the
No,
captain of the
no.
national team in Bologna. No. Besides that,
They need pitchers. They need pitchers. They need good arms.
he can pitch. I see him pitching one. I think was in Barcelona in the tournament. Nah, nothing special. Sorry. You need to work on the level swing with Mr. Marco Mazzieri if you want to get better and try to play in Taiwan. Sorry, Ale. But yeah, let's talk about real baseball, okay? Because all the world now is looking at you guys. Until yesterday, only because everything in the label say made in Taiwan. So that's why Taiwan was known before yesterday. But now it's because it's the only country in the world where we are playing baseball, right?
Right.
So what's going on?
Well, I guess first of all, because we were able to try to contain the virus so far, and you see, if you look at the numbers, we have a little more than 420, maybe 430 cases as of today, and actually more than 250 of those have been released from the hospital. So it's a pretty good number. And second of all, because everybody's I think everybody's scared, so everybody is taking their own measure. They wear their masks, they wash their hands, and they try to keep themselves clean. And like some people like me, like I don't, when I used to go out, I just go out. But right now I carry like a small bottle of spray alcohol with me, just so that if I don't have any place to wash my hands, I can just spray that and spray my kids. So just to disinfect and minimize the chances of getting infected. And the good thing about Taiwan is that we don't have community infections right now. So, and I think that's one of the reasons why we still get to play baseball. And the league is actually pressing this because they don't want the players, because the spring training started in January in Taiwan. And after about 2 months of conditioning, you're pretty much in game mode, right? You're game ready.
Yeah.
And they don't want to cut it off just because of the pandemics. And we're not in a very serious situation like in Italy, like in the US, or even in Japan and Korea. So
let me ask, because I haven't seen the games, but stands are limited, right?
Not limited. No entry allowed. So no audience.
Entry allowed. Only the mannequins.
Only the mannequins and the cheerleading team. The girls.
But players are staying in the bench or just staying in the stands. Because that's another thing that, MLB, when we're supposed to, okay, let's play in Arizona, blah, 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 but they were saying we're going to spread the players in the stands without staying and don't stay in the dugout.
They're all in the dugout. They're all in the dugout.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they play with no mask?
No mask. Yeah.
So quite regular games besides
just regular games without the fans. Yeah. And I think I don't know about the teams, but I believe the teams, they have their own their own measures, to take care of the players. Yeah.
And what's the comment by the players? What they say? They just
want
to play, or
I think they want to play. I think they want to play, and so both both in the major league and the minor league levels, the games are on. Yeah.
Okay. And I just do another question. Since Ale Vaglio asked about playing in Taiwan, is there any tryout or stuff like that for independent league or professional league?
I have to say, unfortunately, probably not, because the situation in Taiwan. We've only got 4 teams. And there will be the 5th team next year. Okay. But
Yeah.
I think with 5 teams next year, it's still not gonna be enough to to conduct a tryout for international players, because we have our own players, a pool of players here to take care of. There are still kids coming out of high school, college. They need a job. So
Jeff Owen, Owen said, "Can we do a package Euro deal, infielder, pitcher, him and Value?" Ciao, Owen.
Owen doesn't have the velo to pitch here.
The velo.
What's up,
He
Owen?
doesn't need the velo.
Yeah, I
Yes,
mean he's got good control, and like if you see him pitch against the national team here in 2017, it was a jam, man. It was a good game. I was there. I was there in the stands.
he makes out. That's what everybody cares of. Make out, not velocity. Well, maybe to some players.
Yeah.
I had the worst thing that happened to me in Taiwan. I remember I was yesterday. I forgot to tell with Randy a funny thing. We had it was the first year in Dolu. That year we had oh shit! I remember the name of the pitcher. Oh, Milvio. Ciao, Milvio, if he's here. Milvio throw a couple of curve because in Taiwan you have kilometers. You don't have miles per hour on the screen board. So Milvio was pitching curveball at like 95 kilometers per hour. And everybody was like, maybe he was thinking it was miles per hour, but it was kilometer per hour. So I cannot make the conversion now. So the next day we were playing Dolu, and I had to throw the first group of BP. And okay, let me get loose. So I catch a ball, I throw to the net, to the cage, and then I check, and there was the radar on. So I said, oh, let's see how fast I can throw now. So I barely destroyed my shoulder that day trying to throw as hard as I could, and my velocity was 110 kilometers, something like that, maximum kilometers.
That was pretty good for a guy like you, man.
They said, "Oh, what a shame." That's why now I have to throw BP only to the kids, because for the professional players or adults, if I throw BP at my speed, they don't like it. So
yeah, you're gonna fuck up their games afterwards.
Yeah, I fuck up the games. Yeah, true. Before I move to the next call, first of all, okay, people might that know you. I try to find a job for you. So whenever somebody for business reason has to travel to Taiwan and need an interpreter, this is the guy. Because you said he speak way better English than me. He knows all the places, and now he has some time available, right? Because you're still
I'm still at home
taking care of the kids. Right. Yeah, true. The mom has to work, and you stay home taking care of the kids.
Yeah, the mom's probably gonna be out of a job, so I'm actually looking for a job now.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe you can start selling masks to Italy. That could be a good business.
No, we can't because all exports are banned. We can't even mail them out. Yeah, I was gonna send some to a few friends in Boston, and it's like, no, we can't do that, because once you send them out,
you should talk with some of the Venezuelan guys that maybe they find a way. Venezuelan find a way for everything.
Oh yeah. What's up, Randy?
Yeah. They're gonna ban me after talking shit about Taiwan, Venezuela, and all the countries. But that's the nice part.
You'll be fine.
Hey, thanks, Jeff. Thanks for your time.
Well, thanks for having me.
To tell how is the situation over there, because that's my point now. I'm calling all my friends and see what's going on, especially with the sport all around the world. Now, and I guess now you explained the situation in Taiwan. Hopefully, everybody else can start doing the same thing soon.
Yes. Hopefully, this thing will be over before we know it. And I forgot to add. Actually, so the professional teams are playing, but the amateur, the school at the school level, the elementary school level, the little league levels, and the under 15, the under 18 levels are still playing as well. So
they're playing as well. Oh, that's nice.
they're playing as well. So the game is still on very much. We're still very much active here in Taiwan, and we just had even our basketball is still playing. I think FIBA broadcasted a game the other day. Yeah,
That's good. Yeah, I heard that yeah, some countries need to to broadcast some games, and because the people pay like sport packages for no reason now.
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. We're glad that we can help. But yeah, hopefully this thing is over before we know it, and everybody stays safe and healthy. Yep.
good. All right, again, xie Jeff. That's the second word that I know in
That's
in
it. Thank
Chinese.
you. Thank you for having me.
And
Yeah.
yeah, we stay in touch. We're
All right.
gonna talk in the upcoming days and see how's everything. All right.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank
I
you.
kick you out because I need to have somebody else jump in. So
Okay.
bye bye, Jeff.
All right.
Ciao,
Bye.
my friend.
See you later. See you later.
Ciao,
Bye.
ciao, ciao, ciao. Okay. Now let me change the banner because we have another guest that I see him already ready to go. So I change this and I'm ready. Okay. And okay. And okay. Hey!
Hi,
Kamusta,
partner.
Mr. Randy Dizer?
Kumusta? Good afternoon there. Good evening here. It's nine.
Yeah,
How was this? 9:32 here. Nine
yeah,
thirty-two in the Philippines.
it's late, but very early for me because it's like 1 month that I'm going to sleep at 3 in the morning.
Actually, here we cannot sleep anymore. That's the only
You
thing
don't
that we
sleep
do.
anymore.
Sleep.
So first of all, and I change it, I fix it. I have to say you sorry because I put that you were the former head coach of the national team.
No, it's okay.
I, so
We're going there. I'm going
I,
there
I,
actually.
I wanted to reply you. You don't know that you've been fired,
Keep quiet.
but
They're watching.
oh, they're watching us. It's a joke. We are joking. Um, by the way, Randy is still the head coach of the national team and has been involved in baseball and softball for so long. As you can
All my
see, he's
life,
not. Yeah, he's not anymore. He's in his 20s. He got some more. And
especially
yeah,
after attending that clinic. Wow. For
oh,
the last one, I think 1 week, I have to
you
rest.
couldn't move. You
Yeah, I
have to.
cannot move.
But no, you well, I if you check his picture here on Facebook, you can see how long has been involved because he was a blonde and like light skin,
No.
a lot of hair when he started his career, and look at now. So you changed it. But honestly, yeah, you can explain a little bit of what you did in your baseball and softball because I know you coach both, right?
Yeah. Actually, I'm handling the Ateneo de Manila University baseball and softball program right now, and for softball for Ateneo. Then at the same time, I'm also handling the Pobeda School for Girls for their softball program also. And I'm part of John's, let's say, working group. Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but at the beginning, beside that, you were coaching like youth baseball, whatever. You told me something like that. You were
Yeah.
coaching. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I started since because when I got married 1987, I quit playing competitive baseball in Sabo because I have to earn for my family. And so what I did was, instead of so that I will still be with the sport, I played slow pitch. Then I started handling my child, who plays baseball, and my daughter who plays softball also. Then after that, stay with the game, because me, as far as I'm concerned, personally, I'm just giving back what the sports has given me and my
Gotcha.
family. Mm, mm.
Because we never went through the story of the game in your country. Because if I well remember, I met you the first time you were in Clark, right, 2 years
Yeah,
ago when I was
yeah,
there for my seminar.
yeah.
So
For
that's
your
the first
seminar,
time.
yeah.
Yeah, the first time. The second time I met you was in Shanghai,
Uh,
right, at the
in
Olympic
Shanghai
qualifier,
for the qualifying.
the
Then
Asian.
the
Yeah,
next
last
one
September,
was
and
in Malaysia.
in Malaysia in January for the
Yeah.
Softball Asia seminar.
Mm.
So we didn't spoke about actually the situation of baseball and softball. I know now you are more related to softball. I met,
Mhm.
spoke a couple times with the president of your federation, John
Mhm.
Henry, and
Then
looks
and
like he's pushing a lot to develop the sport in the country right now, right? So can
yes,
you
actually,
can you
he
explain
really
what's the level?
actually John Henry supports the sport of softball 100%. Okay, he's always there. We all know, in here in our country, we don't, because the sport is not that popular here in the country. So tendency is that, and one more thing, budget wise, we don't have that enough. So like Philippine Sports Commission, who handles all the budget for all the sports in the country, they only have so much money. So tendency is that they have to divide everything among all the sports. So
Got it.
here it's basketball and volleyball and football that is very popular. Pero trying to look at it, if you're really going to look at it, we used to be one in Asia in baseball. In softball, we used to dominate also, especially in the men's, even in the women's.
Hmm.
1980s, 1980s, 70s, late 70s, 1980s, Philippines is always there because we got
Got
the support. But now, tendency is that John Henry cannot do it alone. But the only thing there is
of
that,
course.
what's good is that now, the government is seeing what the potentials of softball in the country is. So tendency now is that they're helping us.
Got it.
It's even if it's still not enough, John Henry is always there to support us. He loves the game so much. Aside from tennis, he supports tennis. He supports basketball. He's a sportsman. But the only thing there is that it's really hard for him to, because he's always ano siya, is always into results. I think you have already talked to him, so he's
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
always
yeah.
into results. So
Yeah, it was
anything that we
mentally
yeah,
focused on that. Yeah, yeah.
yes, we get this much from we get anything that we get from PSC, he doubles triples it just for the sport to
Gotcha.
prosper. We have scheduled 2 or 3 tournaments supposed to be, but because of this pandemic, so everything stops. But try to look at Facebook, try to look at the WBSC followers. There's a lot of Filipinos there who loves the game, who post from time and every time they post their practices, their games, their previous games. They want to
That's
go back
nice.
to the field. Yeah.
But
It's really hard.
talk. I have a a funny thing of you and your team, because in baseball it's more common that, for example, uh, in the European Championship and Olympic qualifier for baseball that was actually in Italy last September, we had Israel that won
Mhm,
and qualified for the Olympics, and I think 99.99% were
mhm,
Americans.
mhm,
Um, So then I was in November at the Premier 12 in Japan, and I passed by the Mexican dugout, and they were speaking English. And it was
Mhm.
weird for me because I said, well, Mexico, they speak Spanish, right? And
Mhm.
then I was in Shanghai, and I was I was listening you talking with the players in English. So I said, "Hey, come on, man, that's what happens." But then you think
No,
about okay, go ahead, go ahead.
it's like this, because I have to talk in English. I have to explain everything in English. You know why? Because we have five or four. We have five,
American.
four, three Americans who doesn't understand the dialect. But my
True.
players, my local players, understand English very well. So I have to communicate with all of them. That's one thing also with us.
Yeah.
Here, you'll have a lot of players that got the potentials, local players from the provinces. You'll see from watch the Little League World Series.
Uh-huh.
Little League World Series, that is also in the WBSC program also. Little League
Hmm.
World Series, we have a lot of the major girls, the 11, 12-year-old girls, the 13, 14, the juniors, the 16 under, the senior girls. We always contend. We're all most of the time we're in the championship.
That's
The
nice.
only thing there, yeah, the only thing there is that after 16 years old, we don't have they don't have anywhere to play. There's no other tournaments wherein they can show their prowess, because the next thing is college softball. And how many college softballs do we have here in Metro Manila? Everybody's gunning for it. Everyone wants to get it. Like we only have how many? Six for the universities at the UAAP, and you have three for the SCUA, meaning state colleges and universities at athletic association. So tendency is that coming from the provinces, they all have to work hard to be able uh,
To
to
sustain the
make it to
fam.
the team that will go to Metro Manila to play. But the only thing there is that when you're here, you only have Rizal Memorial to speak of for the field. That's the
Yeah.
problem here. It only one more thing is that I've been with the team for so many years. Quality wise, game wise, everything, we can be at par with our what you call the Pilams, but they don't want to be called the Pilams because as far as they are concerned, they're Filipinos. They want to
Yeah.
fight for the countries. They are not Pilams. They're Filipinas, which I like from our films. They're all up to it. They love the game. They want to represent the country. They they want to play for the flag, and that's it. But if you're really going to look at me personally, if we have the facilities, if WBSC, like what I told John, if WBSC can help us build a field wherein we can call our own here for the national men's team and for the national women's team. Give us 2 or 3 or up to 5 years. I think we will be at par with almost all of the NCAA teams there. Every time we played, when there was even a time 2015 we went to Oklahoma. We stayed there, but before going to Oklahoma, we stayed in California to train. We played against collegiate teams. Most of my players are being recruited.
That's
They're
nice.
being
That's
yeah,
another
they're
thing that you helped a lot of players to find a scholarship in United States.
yes, there's a lot of offer going for my players, but the only thing there is that look, number one, communication wise, so they're afraid.
Okay.
They don't want to take the chance. Most of them, but looking at it, they're at par with everyone. They can play with them. They can even be better than them. Like the last Asian Championship, when we played in Indonesia, Jakarta, Indonesia, for the Asian Championship. My Gel Ursabia, who is a local player, got 3 individual awards,
Good.
besting the Japanese, the Chinese, the Taiwanese players. I think
Yeah,
we
because
can do it.
the
I think there is that.
level of softball in Japan is. Oof.
Yeah, it's way up. But the only thing there is that you making it to one, it's already an achievement. But you making it into three awards, that's everybody will say it's impossible. But the only thing that it was done by one of my players, Jeff Huang. Even Cheska, even
How
Cheska,
is
my team
Chaska
captain.
doing?
Yeah,
He's
she's
doing good.
doing well. Yeah, she's doing well. She
Good.
kept on telling she will stop, but the only thing there is that she loves the sport that she cannot. She cannot. It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
But the only that's the sport here in the country. Anybody who knows the game of softball and baseball
She
here
said
in the
hello,
country,
Chaska. Hello, haha. Ciao,
um,
Chaska.
you know what? Baseball and softball players here in the country, they really love the sport we're in. Just give them the time, give them everything. They will always they on the rice fields they will play. There's a lot of tournaments here in the country. Every province, especially from the provinces, you'll see a lot of tournaments during summer. That's why this summer you'll see a lot of
Because
complaints.
you have a winter there.
No, it's summer here.
It's summer
It's
all year
summer here.
long.
That's why.
It's summer here
It's
all
summer here.
year
This
long.
is softball time. This is
Yeah.
softball time. This is baseball time, supposed to be for my fellow Filipinos here. But the only thing
That's,
there is that everything was taken away from them. But we have to face the fact that we really have to take care of ourselves, and that's
yeah,
it.
of course.
Especially every time. Actually, I was telling them, "Oh, Andrea will interview me. He's from Italy." So everybody was asking, "How is he?" Because they know what's happening in Italy.
In Italy, the situation is getting a little bit better. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying it's good because we still yesterday we still had like 400 people that
Mm-hmm.
died, but
Mm-hmm.
now we have the more people that recovers every day than new infected, and they are doing a lot of tests. We I think we already passed 2 millions of tests in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's so I I think that we need to wait probably Monday or Tuesday the final decision by the government. So the
Mm-hmm.
prime minister will tell us if we really finish the lockdown on May 4th. Uh, they already said that for starting from this Monday, we will have many companies that will open. And probably from May 4, I was talking with my Taiwanese friend. From May 4, we will be allowed to go out with wearing the mask,
Mm-hmm.
but not leaving the region. Okay, so in Italy is divided by region. So I still can travel in my region with a certificate that prove why I'm moving from my county, but I
Mm-hmm.
cannot go to another region. So I live in the region of Emilia Romagna, that's the
Mm-hmm.
region of Bologna. And
Mm-hmm.
Milan is in another region that's Lombardia, so I cannot go to Milan. Even if for me it's way closer distant Milan than going to Bologna. You
They will not
understand?
allow it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I live by the board of my region.
Oh.
So I can
Mhm.
travel to all my region, but not going to another region. We will
Even
see
here,
what.
even here, it's really hard. But the only thing there is that at least you have a lot of testing kits. But
Mhm.
here we don't have enough. So
Nah,
tendency now is that we have a strong president here who already decides. But the only thing there is that me personally, and my feeling is that I think it will be extended because even the way of life here in my country, the way they live, most of them, there's a lot of people that doesn't have homes to go to. They stay on the on the streets. So tendency that's one. It's really hard, but the only thing there is that we really have to stay at home.
yeah,
If you want everything to die down, for us to be able to play baseball and softball again, and at the same time, like me, my group, I have a group wherein because every time I have a time to play golf because that is my next. I everybody is really gearing up to really opening the golf course, but nobody up to now everything is closed.
yeah, it's good. Yeah, we need to wait. We have,
Yeah,
yeah, safety and healthy first this time.
yeah, might
We
as well,
will
might
see.
as well. Stay at home for the next 2 weeks. Like for us, it's May 15. stay at home for the next 2 weeks, and let's see what will happen there. But as long as there are others who really still go out, then this will continue.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we all
Yeah,
want, yeah,
it's a
everybody
big
wants to try.
sacrifice, I know, because it looks like we have denied our freedom, but
Mhm.
it's not like that. I mean, we need to do this sacrifice. Then, of
Oh,
course,
Andrea,
we cannot stay home for 1 year. But I mean, a couple months at home, it's not. It's like we have like I think it's all over the world. The Big Brother, like the TV show
Mhm.
Big Brother, where the people stay in the same apartment for like 3 or 4 months with cameras on. It's the same thing. I'm doing the Big Brothers with my family here.
No,
So,
especially like me. Almost all my players, not my players from the national team, my players from the university, they're all asking, "Oh, what's happening to you, Coach Randy? How are you? Are you okay?" Because they know I'm not used to this. I usually leave early in the morning.
no,
I
it's
leave
not because
early in the
they
morning,
are,
go back at night,
they
and the
are
only thing that
worried
I
for you because you
notice,
are old. It's different. You are
no,
old. That's why.
I have I have to leave early in the morning, go to the Sunday morning for the training of the team. Then from there, I have to go to the
Oh,
university to do my job. Then from there, I go home
gotcha.
late at night, then sleep. The following day, I go out again early morning. I'm used to that. Now I have to stay home. I don't know what to do here anymore.
You tell to me that I spend probably 50% of my time on a plane, and
Mhm.
and I don't even know when
Yeah,
I will be able to catch a plane again. So let's talk about something funny. I remember the last night in Malaysia
yeah.
that me and you almost. Maybe you don't remember because you had a few more beers than me. But yes, baseball people for sure. I see now even softball people. We drink a few beers in the night before going to sleep. And I
Mhm.
remember I had almost to fight with you to pay the
Mhm.
bill that night. And
Yeah, because
at the end, you win and you
yeah,
paid. So
I had
I still owe you 1 or 2 drinks next time. Okay.
no. Remember when we went back, I already told John that I am inviting you and Kyla to do that clinic.
Okay.
So what John did is was okay. We're going to schedule it. I will try to get in touch with you. But the other thing there is that he gave me an assignment wherein I have to do some paperwork on what we did there. We're trying to do
Hmm.
it on our own, but the only thing there is that you'll still be in the calendar for you and Carla to be able to make it in Manila. Because
Yeah.
tendency is that even if we explain the here, even if you explain what we did there in Malaysia, do what we did in Malaysia. But the only thing there is that it will always be important for you and Kyla to be there. So we will do that. Definitely, you'll be in Manila again.
Yeah. I hope to see you soon. And I have another question for you.
Mm.
Uh, because well I had a chance to travel and see many places, but just say to the people why they should go and visit your country,
Mhm.
what like a vacation things, or because sometimes people are scared to travel on going in places that they don't know, and I will see
They don't
tomorrow. I
know.
will explain also the
You know
African
what?
why.
I think look, anybody who wants to go to the Philippines, right after going to the Philippines, everybody enjoys it. I don't see nor experience anybody who went to the Philippines that says no, it's not good. We have the best beaches in the world. Go to Boracay, go to Palawan. There you go. You will definitely enjoy it. That's why I was telling you. You go to Manila, I'll take care of you. We'll take care of you and Kala, and you'll enjoy the time of your life.
I hope so. Let
I'm
me.
telling you, try to look at it. Look at it. You're always at Facebook also. Try to look at it. Look at
Yeah.
all the places, the best places here in Manila.
So and going back, the last question about softball before I thank you for your time because I know it's
Yeah.
almost 10 p.m. for you.
No, it's okay.
Uh, if any young kid or young girl in your country would like to to get more information or join or start to play the sport, baseball or softball, what's the process there?
Here we have a lot of leagues also. I'm part of it also. We have the school-based tournaments for Little League. They call it Little League, and we have Pony League also here. The Pony divisions. A lot of teams go out of the country also right after it. Our regular season tournaments, like we have the depth ed thing also, which is
Mhm.
almost every kid is always looking forward to the depth ed tournament, because
Okay.
depth ed tournament is their gateway to college, gateway to a good education. So trying, if you're really going to look at it, there's a lot of good players here, especially for children's softball.
Good.
There's a lot.
Yeah, I hope you guys will get better. Oh, I have one more.
Yeah.
Because for my friend Americans, this is baseball. You guys had to play the World Baseball Classic qualifier, right? And
Yes, which was
in the
postponed.
baseball team,
Mhm.
it was supposed to play Team Tebow.
Yeah.
How about
Mhm.
that? Well, it was.
Uh, me right now for baseball as a whole in the country now, we have a strong team. It's a composition of mostly young players coming from the collegiate leagues.
Mhm.
We depended the Southeast Asian Games Championship last December. We have, I think, for that WBSC qualifying, we have 12 players. At least half of the rosters are all coming from the local teams here in the country.
Mhm.
They're all looking forward to it. It's a young team, and it's very promising. And
Yeah, but Team
most of
Tebow
them,
is a big name.
yeah.
Not for baseball, but for his whole story, right? You know
No,
about
but
him.
we'll give you a good fight. I'm telling you, we'll give you a good fight. I know most of the players that will be playing for the Philippine team, except for the Pilams, the
Okay,
foreign flags.
yeah, we will see. My friend Randy Salamat, correct? Salamat.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
All
much.
right.
I
I
miss
I
you.
want to stay in touch
And
with you. Well, for development things, but also now let me know how is the situation over there. All right.
yeah,
Keep me posted.
I'll keep you updated. Then after that, let's. I'll see to it. I'll see to it that you'll be able to go here and do some clinics, because everybody is waiting for you here.
Okay.
Thank you, my
Oh,
friend.
and if
Thank
you
you very
need,
much.
because I still have Alessandro Vaglio is the captain of the Italian national team. He has a lot of international
Okay.
experience. If he's
Okay.
looking for a team to play in Asia, because in Italy we're not playing. So if you guys
Mhm.
start to play, I will pass him your contact. Ale,
No
Ale,
problem. Yeah.
Ale,
Give,
sto
give, give
cercando
my
una
address,
squadra, hai
because
visto?
yeah, there's a lot of players also from our team who wants to go outside and
Yeah.
showcase their talent.
Okay.
I miss
Thank
you, friend.
you.
Okay. See ya. Okay.
Ciao,
Bye bye.
Randy.
Bye
Good
bye.
night. Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night.
Good
I'm
night.
not sleeping yet.
No. But good night. Yeah, I cannot say
Good night,
good
my friend.
morning. Almost good
Good
morning.
night.
Okay. Good
Thank
night.
you.
Bye bye.
Thank
Bye. Okay. Okay. My last guest is not here now. So let me see what can I do. If it's not coming, I will quit. Um, and I don't even know what's gonna happen with my last guest because his English is a little bit broken. But and I know his wife is pregnant, so maybe he's busy at home. Let me message him again. You ready? Or maybe he went sleeping. With everything. Tomorrow I contact few friends from Africa, and we will connect with them. I will explain my history in Africa, all the experience that I had. It's something that really changed some point of view in my life, but really nice. I will have a guy from Zimbabwe. I will have a guy from Uganda, and I will have a guy from Ghana. And lastly, I will speak with my American friend. Oh, he said yes. Come on, why it doesn't connect? Connect to link. Let's see if he's able to do it. Let me do this. I don't. Oh, he's here. He's here. Let me try to put him in. All right, Mr. Kang. Can you hear me? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay.
I can see.
You see and hear me. You are late. 1 minute. Let me
What?
drink. You are
Late?
1 minute late. 1 minute late. Let me drink some water. So let's close the day with Thailand. I see now you put Kang Oyaree, and I put a different one. Itsarapong. So Itsarapong, it's like a tongue twister. That's what we say here, tongue twister. Itsarapong. It's difficult to say. So Oyaree is your name. So middle name or its last name?
Name Itsarapong.
Okay,
Last name Oyaree.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So I met Kang last year in Cuba. He was one of the participants at the Baseball5 seminar to certify continental instructor for WBSC. Okay, and then he did a clinic for the WBSC and softball Asia in Malaysia, right? You've been Malaysia clinic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Malaysia.
And I remember the first day I was there like participant, because I never attended a clinic of Baseball5, so I had to be certified. So I was a participant, but also one of the speaker. So I had to manage this position. And the first day, when we did our lessons, at the end we were asking questions, right? And Kang did zero question. So in my mind, I said, okay, this is a smart guy. He understands perfectly everything, right? Then during a break, I sit down by him and we start talking. And he told me that he was shy to talk because he's English. So not because he understood everything, it's because sometimes he couldn't, he's shy to speak the language. Is it that? How is your English, Kang? Kang, speak English. Say something.
Yeah.
You want to speak in Thailandese? Thai? What's the language of Thailand?
And you translate.
Oh yeah. I speak perfectly Thailandese language. If you want to speak Spanish, your wife speak English?
I I can speak a little bit.
Okay, go. Speak about you. Tell who you are, what you do. Baseball player, right?
Now I cannot play.
No play?
In Thailand, yes, in Thailand, lockdown,
Lockdown.
COVID-19. Yes.
Yeah, everywhere in the world. But so when lockdown finish in Thailand?
Maybe 2 year, 2 months or 3 months.
3 weeks? 2 more weeks?
2 months, 2 months or 3 months.
2 months or 3 months? Oh, that's a long time.
Yes, maybe.
So no go out. You cannot go out.
Yes.
Okay. But your
Wait
wife.
a minute. Wait a minute.
Okay. Wait a minute.
ทำไร
This is great because you understand sometime what we have to, the issue that we have to face, the challenges to speak, talk with the people, and sometimes I don't understand you, but we still can have a conversation. Okay? Daniel, tomorrow.
Okay, I'm ready.
Daniel, say hello.
Daniel.
Daniel, say hello to you.
Hey,
So
I can say. Oh,
send a message.
hi Daniel. Yeah.
I was saying your wife, baby, pregnant.
Yes,
When?
I have a baby.
When? June,
Now
July,
7. Maybe July.
maybe July.
Yes,
Girl or boy?
a boy.
Boy. Name? What's the name? You don't know name? Name.
Classic.
What? Classic.
Yes.
Classic. I want to see classic Itsarapong. Listen, it's so funny. Tell me. I have never been. I never been to Thailand in my life. Never, because you don't invite me. So never been to Thailand. So tell me if tomorrow I have to go to Thailand, for example, where do I have to go? Vacation? Where? I want to go Phi Island.
Tomorrow.
No, tomorrow. It's an example tomorrow.
This, now in internet is bad.
Yeah, same as your English.
Yeah. Again.
Where do you send me in Thailand for vacation? Me, vacation Thailand. Where go? Where do I go?
Vacation. I think you want go to Pattaya.
Pattaya.
Yeah.
Nice, funny. Pattaya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice and funny.
Okay, good. What about Phi Island? Phi Island.
PP Island.
Phi Island.
Yeah.
Phi Island. Good?
Yeah,
Good?
I know. PP Island. Yes.
It's good?
It's very good.
Very good.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Hey, do you know who said hello to you? DJ. DJ said, hey, say Kang hello. You remember DJ?
Yeah, I can remember.
I said hello to you.
Oh,
Really enjoy listening
I
to
see
Thailand.
Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel said that's enjoying to talk to you. So it's it's hard. It's hard if you cannot speak too much. But tell me if you can, with the best as you can, how is baseball or softball in Thailand? Situation.
Mm, I I don't know. Right now, I don't know because Thailand government have
No,
a
no.
stop.
Yeah. I understand. I understand that now no sport, but
Yeah.
the level of the sport. How
Mm-hmm.
is the level of the baseball or softball in Thailand? Good level, bad level.
Mm,
It's hey, no, it doesn't come out the word. All right, Randy said there are a lot of places also in Thailand, partner, but still Philippines is the best place. Maybe I don't know. I never been to Thailand, so I have to trust you. So Kang, it's great to see
mhm.
you. I hope we can have a better conversation in person, and probably I have to learn your language if we want to have a real conversation. But I hope that we can do something together at some point, some baseball 5 seminar in Asia together. Okay, and
Okay.
stay safe. Stay safe because now you have to
Yes.
take care of your wife, and
Mm-hmm.
hope everything will be okay with the boy. Okay, let me know the boy when I send the picture on the group when your boy will birth. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you, my friend.
Okay. Thank you, Andrea.
Bye bye, Kang. Yeah, as I said, it was a hard communication because I spent with him a week in Cuba and it was impossible to have a conversation. Again, he told me the first day that he never spoke because he was shy to show the people how bad was his English. But I wanted him to tell everybody what's the situation with sport in Thailand, and now the country is in lockdown, so they cannot play the sport. So I'm done for the day. Still 4 p.m. in Italy, so a bunch of things that I can do today. And I set up my course for tomorrow with my interesting African friends. All right. So thanks, everybody. Thanks for all the comments, and stay safe. Bye bye. Ciao a tutti.